everyone, welcome back to RTS and welcome back to Kit Krunch time. And this is the month of August, so we're going to pull something from this box, play with it, have fun. Absolutely. Now this Kit Krunch series is sponsored by two of my lovely subscribers, Tracy and Cynthia, mother and daughter. Beautiful that two people can scrap together and then be mother and daughter. Love that. Okay, so let's pull the item because this box is very light this month. I only have one item in here, so we're going to pull it from the box, see what we have, crunch the numbers, and did we get around that $3 mark? Okay, so you ready? So what do we have? A little set of 3x4 cards by Prima. Yes. Now this is in the collection of, give me a minute, Saint-Tropez. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, French or something. But Royal Americans, we would say Saint-Tropez, but I think it's Saint-Tropez. I think that's what it is. So it's a beautiful collection. When it came out, I fell in love with it, but of course Prima is expensive. So when it comes to Prima, I'm very selective. So when this collection came out, I only bought a couple pieces and I'm going to share that. So with this, it is just a set of 3x4, 45 sheets, 15 designs, 3 each. And of course it does have the nautical theme, but it has a lot of beautiful colors that you could use for a lot of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this Kit Krunch, after we crunch the numbers, is I'm going to show something different. I'm going to show how to approach building a kit from something as small as this, okay, and how to use this as an inspiration. Okay, so crunching the numbers, this costs $3.23, and I thought that was a good bargain at the time. I was excited. So what I find interesting is that Prima is now a Tuesday morning. If you would have told me that a year ago, I would have said, no, you'll never see Prima at Tuesday morning. But they are, and this exact line has been showing up at Tuesday morning just this week. I find that very interesting, and it was less than $3, so that's even better deal than I got. So I just find that interesting. So if you like this kit, go to your local Tuesday morning, and under $3, crunch those numbers, you can build a kit just from that 3x4 journaling card set. So I'm going to show how I'm going to start this because there's a couple different approaches when it comes to this, and I'll have another video coming up later, very shortly, that will show starting a kit with a couple other different options like this. I got some questions. So with my kit that I'm going to use for the month of August, using this as my kit starter, of course this has anything nautical, so you could go through and find anything that is the nautical theme, or also this color scheme, which is the neutrals, the grays, the navies, the pinks, and of course, look at that navy and white, and there's even some aqua. And of course, you always get your black in there. Just beautiful. I love that. So when it came to ordering this line, I think this came out in 2016, if I believe. I'll look here in a minute. So that was a few years ago. I love this collection, but there is no way I could afford everything in a collection, especially by Prima, because Prima is expensive. Quality stuff, but it's expensive. So the two pieces of paper I bought when this line came out, using my SOS series approach, and I'll have that playlist listed below, is that instead of spending $75 or $80, $100 on a collection that I liked, I only bought two pieces of paper and I spent $1.98. I can afford $1.98. And so these are quality papers. Prima is quality. So of course I went by my style, and what did I get? The floral and the wood grain. That is my style. But if you flip these over, you get a really good representation of what this collection is, and also a good representation of what is in these journaling cards, because I didn't know when I bought these at the time I would end up doing this. And so of course this has foiling, and so let's look at this one here at the top. This has Home Sweet Ocean, and it's in that rose gold foil. And that is such a nice title if you live near the ocean, Home Sweet Ocean, or if you visit the ocean. Isn't that a really nice title, especially if you feel home around the ocean? I don't. Even though I'm a Pisces, I don't feel comfortable around water, which makes no sense. Don't even ask me to explain that. But see, it says Home Sweet Ocean. This has foiling. This is just plain. There's no foiling in this 3x4 journaling note cards. And so those are the two papers I have. So that is definitely the best way to get started with a kit. Start with either the same manufacturer, Prima, because a lot of manufacturers stay within the same color tones. Or you can absolutely, if you have other pieces of this collection that you might have bought over time, which is what's happening here, add them. So along with that, I have the Prima flowers in that same collection and these gemstones. And I think I found this in a craft store. It was like $1 or something. I was amazed. I was amazed. And so then, of course, I just came across these flowers one day at a different store a year or so ago. So those are the pieces I have of the same collection, and I'm just going to pull it all together. That's a great way to get started. Now, another way to get started with something as simple as this note card set is to find another collection that has that same mood and feel. Don't worry about matchy-matchy. And I'll show you why you don't need to be concerned about matchy-matchy. Okay, so what I did is I went and I pulled a collection by I'm mumbling my words today. Andrea Lohman, yes, from Webster's Pages. So I'm going to mix and marry Prima and Webster's Pages. And so if you look, every color that's in this, what is the name of this? We'll just see what the name of this collection is. If you give me a minute, I'll look. Ocean Melody. So of course it's in that same nautical family, and so I just went to my nautical paper category and I just pulled this. Took less than a minute. And so these are the papers. So you see what this does is that it also helps me go along with this nautical feel, but now I'm introducing that color of the mint and some different pinks, and I got more florals, another wood grain. See, I even have a couple of those. And then, of course, there's that pink floral. So here is what I'm saying with this collection, because maybe I don't want to scrap all nautical or sea life pages this month. I now have some flexibility. Just with these two papers alone, I can scrapbook anything in my life because there's floral and wood grain. You know how I marry those two together. So I love adding a collection to a collection that's going to give me some versatility. Look at that. Oh, that's very pretty. Again, with this Ocean Melody. Whew, yeah. So I'm going to have a lot of versatility because I may not be in the mood to scrapbook something about sea life or nautical or the ocean or the beach. Sometimes you get a little tired of doing the same thing. In our summer round of our 4for4 series, I did a lot of this type of scrapbooking as far as going to Myrtle Beach. So I'm a little beached out. We just came back from the beach. Again, beached out. So I may not want to do that. So I'm glad that this collection is going to give me versatility of doing something other. Okay, but I can always get an anchor on just about every page, and we'll talk about that coming up. So then this was something else that was just right along with this collection, because for this Webster's Pages collection, which is called Strawberry Fields, again, using that SOS method, I only bought one piece of paper from that entire collection, and it was this piece of paper here. Why? Floral and wood grain. So I will tell you something. If you can basically narrow down your scrapbooking style and basically just buy the items that you love, you will save yourself a lot of money. Yes, because when a new collection comes out, I look right for the florals and the wood grain because I can use that for so many pages. It doesn't limit me in my scrapbooking process. Okay, so that's the next approach. You can I flipped that to the same thing. You can absolutely find another collection, because look how many papers that was. Yeah, and that's all I bought from that Ocean Melody. I didn't buy any embellishments or anything like that. I go straight to the paper. Yeah, so you can go with actual Prima, or if you have something in that same line, you can go with a different manufacturer, but still within that theme. And then the other thing you can do with that, and I think I will leave this paper here because it's still nautical, but it also introduces some other colors. Or maybe I'll do this one here. Yes. Okay, there's that nautical, but look how that introduces some other colors. So then the other thing you can do is you can absolutely do a combination of this, because I'm going to leave everything I show, I'm going to leave in my kit, is that you can find another collection that plays along with that same mood and feel. So what did I have? I had floral, wood grain, which is everything in my life, and then this turquoise and this pink. And so recently I was going through some papers, I was doing some purging, and I came across this Echo Park Everyday Eclectic, and I think I've had this 3 or 4 times because Echo Park has sent me this a couple times, and I really liked these colors because guess what? Now, I will tell you, I wasn't a big fan of this collection. Even though this was by Allison Craft, it just wasn't one of my favorites. But I have it as quality paper. But look how this will coincide with this kit. Because it's got the wood grain, it's got that craft, it's got that mint, it's got that pink. So there, I just added those in there. And that was just basically in a pile that I was possibly going to purge. And I thought, why not? Because it's the same mood and feel. I definitely could do a layout of going to the ocean, to the boardwalk, because look there. That looks like the boardwalk right there. So I like that. That again is by Everyday Eclectic Allison Craft. And this is 2012. So this was 2016. Ocean Melody was... Do we have a year on that? What does it matter? But we like knowing that. I'm not sure. But it was a few years ago. And this is 2012. So then, of course, the other approach you can do is simply look at what your kit starter has for colors. And then you can just pull from it. So there are some navy, there's the anchors, there's some turquoise, and there's some pink. So I wanted to show that there are different approaches when you're using your kit starter to build a kit. It doesn't have to be matchy-matchy if you go by mood and feel. This was the actual collection. This was nautical, that was theme, this was mood and feel, and this is by color. So that's 4 different ways. There are so many ways to do that. So I like how all of this looks. I have a lot of options when it comes to paper. Okay, so now let me do this here so that way you can see what we're doing. Okay, so then what else did I add to this? Because I simply pulled items when I decided to work on this kit. I told myself, what do you simply want to play with? And that's exactly what I went for. Just items I want to play with. I have no rhyme or reason. I didn't go with a recipe or a challenge. I just pulled something I wanted to play with. So what I did was I just pulled some items that was in my embellishment bucket bin, and I have a video listed below. It's simply just a metal bucket that I put embellishment packs in. So I pulled this pink paisley Solstice, and I think I have bought this 3 or 4 times. This is a great set. It's an older product, 61 pieces. And so then, of course, I have some anchors. Now, this is all theme, okay? And then I have, what else do I have that's theme? Let's just stick with the theme items. Okay, I have an embossing folder of some beach waves, and then an embossing folder, probably getting some glare, sorry about that, of anchors. Okay, so there's my theme items. So I started with a theme, and then I just pulled some items I wanted to play with, either by color or just some fun. So there is some American Crafts gold puffy hearts, and then some One Canoe 2. I love those florals because this floral represented that floral. More gold because I have that represented. And then some of these enamel dots because of the color scheme. And then another embossing folder of Swiss dots because I think I'm going to play with embossing folders and something else coming up. And then because I had gold represented in these gemstones, rose gold represented in the paper, I went ahead and stuck with some gold rimmed braids. And I lucked out that one of them has an anchor. Yes, come to mama. And then recently I had a weak moment and I ordered something. I talked about this in my Spending Freeze freebie. I'll show it in a mixer. But this is one of the items I got. It is a Gina Marie enamel dots. I have the link below. Such an affordable price. And this really looks like sea glass to me. So again, that's more on theme. And then of course in my bowl here, I pulled some Sharpies because I may play with something. And then of course I added all of these washies. Okay, and I will just keep all of these items in this bowl and play with it as the month goes by. Okay, I love having pretty bowls to play with. I don't keep a lot of bowls on my desk, but the ones I do, I love. And so these are the washies that I have. I like that, really, really do. Okay, and then these Sharpies. Okay, and you'll see this coming up on Saturday in a Summer Space Shape Up where we talk about color. So this was the motivator for that. And then the other thing I pulled was also some wood veneer that my lovely subscriber Mandy just sent. She sent me an entire bag of these flower wood veneer. So I'm going to play with them. I just divvied them up. And I also have some mason jars in there, some fruit. I don't know how I would get all that for a nautical, but you never know what we're going to come up with around here, right? Because I have no idea what I'm going to scrapbook yet. Okay, so then also with that, when I thought of wood veneer, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to pull out some bigger wood veneer that I have that is absolutely in words. So there is one that says Summer Sun. There is one that says Beach Boy. Beach Boy. Oh, Summer Nights. Man, I'm getting excited. Oh, there's a bigger one that says Beach Boy. Aren't those fun? Party. So you never know. Of course, there's one that just broke. That's lovely. Yes, girlfriends at the beach. So I just pulled some wood veneer for something with some dimension and texture to play with, because I did have some Sharpies. You never know what we're going to play with. You just never know. And then I pulled one more thing. I'm running out of room. But I will tell you, everything I see here makes me excited. And that's how I gauge if I did a good job making a kit. If I'm super excited on getting all giddy, then I know I did a good job. And so I pulled 2 mega Martha Stewart punches. One is in a bracket and one is in a banner. And I'm going to play with them and the embossing folders this go around, see what we come up with. And then recently I was messing around with a die because I was trying to teach myself something. And I may show this in a mixer coming up. But I got a set of dies at Tuesday morning. And this set of dies is exactly in a summer giveaway that I just posted. It's these 4 right here. So I've been trying to teach myself how to use these because they are die cut and embossing. Of course, the die cut part's easy, but I wanted to teach myself how to emboss because I could never figure it out. I figured it out, but I had a lot of test runs. So while these are just laying on my desk, I thought, why not throw these in my kit and play with them? Yes, absolutely. So that is my kit crunch for the month of August. Very excited to play with these items. Again, when you put items together and you just get giddy and excited, then you know you're on the right track. Keep on going. And there's nothing, how do I want to say this? You can absolutely not do anything wrong when it comes to making a kit. If you like it, then you did a good job. Yes. So that is what I have for Kit Crunch. Come back next week. We're going to get with Nicole, Grace, and the rest of the gang, and we're going to celebrate something in the month of August. I don't know what that's going to be for me. So come back and we'll see what I end up doing. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to do because I don't really celebrate anything in August. So we'll see what I have up my sleeve. Yes, that's all I have for today. Come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to do. Bye.